Episode 4. The Power Awakens. Suddenly, a crow landed on the branch of a tree above her. Its feathers were as black as night, and its eyes glowed with an eerie purple light.
Why are you so sad?
The crow asked in a raspy voice. Elara looked up at the crow in surprise. She couldn't believe her ears. The crow was talking to her.
How do you know I'm sad?
She asked. The crow cawed softly.
I know everything.
It said.
I know that you admire your sister, but you also feel lonely and outside of others' compliments for her. You feel like you're always living in her shadow.
Elara was stunned. How did the crow know all of that?
But you are just as special as your sister.
The crow continued.
You have the potential to be so powerful.
Elara's eyes widened.
How can I do that?
She asked. The crow leaned forward.
There is a secret room in the castle. It is a place where the spring matriarch hid her power. If you can find it and touch the crystal ball hidden within, you will be granted her power, and you can protect this kingdom.
Elara's heart raced. She had always heard stories about a forbidden place where the spring matriarch hid her most prized possessions.
Where is the secret room?
She asked. The crow tilted its head to one side and looked at her with its strange purple eyes.
Follow me.
The crow glided through the castle's maze of corridors, its black wings whispering against the cold stone walls. Elara followed close behind, her footsteps echoing in the silence. The crow led her to a hidden door that Elara had never noticed before.
Open it, Elara.
The crow said in a voice that was both deep and mysterious.
Inside is the power you seek.
Elara hesitated for a moment, but then she took a deep breath and pushed the door open. Elara stepped into the room, and her breath caught in her throat. The only light came from a single purple crystal ball that floated in the center of the room. The crystal ball was even more magnificent up close. It glowed with a soft, ethereal light, and its surface was swirled with patterns of purple and silver. Elara stood there for a long time, simply gazing at the crystal ball. She felt a sense of awe and wonder. The crow flew to Elara's side and whispered in her ear.
Touch the crystal ball to release your power.
Elara had a moment of doubt, but then she reached out and touched the crystal ball. As soon as her fingers brushed against its surface, she felt a surge of power flow through her, transforming her appearance. Her hair began to glow. It turned into a sparkling white, like ice. Her skin became pale as snow, and her lips turned a frosty purple. She could feel the power coursing through her veins, a power that was both intoxicating and terrifying. She closed her eyes and saw images flash before her eyes. Visions of winter, of snow and ice and frost. When Elara opened her eyes, she felt like she was dreaming. In a blinding flash, the crow transformed into the winter matriarch. The black feathers melted away, revealing a woman with skin as pale as snow and hair as white as ice. The winter matriarch stood tall before Elara, her head held high.
Who are you?
Elara asked, her voice trembling.
I am the winter matriarch,
she said, her voice like the icy wind of winter. Elara took a step back, her heart pounding in her chest. She had never seen anyone so beautiful and terrifying at the same time.
My dear, you have awakened your power, and you have ruined this kingdom with your darkness.
The matriarch said, her lips curled into a cruel smile. Elara shook her head, her fear growing.
No way.
She mumbled. The matriarch laughed, a sound like the cracking of ice, and with that, the matriarch vanished, leaving Elara alone in the secret room. Elara felt a wave of fear wash over her. She rushed through the castle, her heart pounding in her chest. Elara kept running until reached the end of the hallway and came to a large window. She looked out at the kingdom below and watched in amazement as everything froze. The trees, the flowers, the houses, all becoming encased in ice. It was a frozen kingdom.